And I know you know what the name of my ministry is, House of Hope.
House of Hope. There
Because
you
yours
go.
is the what, New Vision House of Hope.
New Vision House of
I
Hope.
wonder how you got that name.
So thank you.
All right.
But yeah, New Vision House of Hope is a nonprofit organization that has been around 10 years, and our primary goal is to provide transitional housing, placement for permanent housing, and supportive services for Baltimore homeless citizens. We've been doing this for, like I say, for 10 years, and I love it. We just love doing it.
We were talking about veterans
Mhm.
and how veterans need help. How is it that so many veterans are addicts and alcoholics?
Because of the return from war, these Iraq and the Afghanistan war, and even some of the veterans who've been discharged from military,
Vietnam,
Vietnam,
right.
post-Vietnam, and all. Myself, I'm a veteran.
What is that thing that they call it? Post something stress.
PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Right.
The veterans are just going through that, and a lot of other illnesses and things that happen even if they weren't in a war situation, but they're going through it. And a lot of females come and they say that they went through a lot of trauma in the military themselves, so they're home now and they are homeless. Working with the Department of Veteran Affairs, New Vision House of Hope is now operating a supportive services for veterans families program to serve very low income veterans, both individuals and veterans and their families who are homeless.
Their families.
Yes.
So if John is a veteran, he comes to your program, mm-hmm. he gets some help. How do you all help his family?
Okay, so for example, if it's John Doe and his family, whether it's a wife or children, and they're on the verge of being homeless, say they're still in their home now and they're on the verge of being homeless, we can help them by, if their rent is, if they're back on their rent, we can help them provide support to the landlord by paying their rent for them. If their utility bills are back, 1 or 2 months, whatever, we can help that out. First of all, we go to the community resource. We'll enroll. First of all, they have to be eligible. Let's go back. They have to be eligible. Whether or not they are honorable discharge or other conditions, we take them in, do an intake, we do enrollment, and if they're eligible, then whatever the services that they need, we will try to provide for them.
Where are you located?
We're located at 200 East Lexington Street, Suite 605. Again, it's 200 East Lexington Street, Suite 605, which is downtown, across the street from the courthouse in downtown Baltimore.
200 East Lexington Street, Suite
605.
605. And give them the name and the address, and the telephone number.
And again, it's New Vision House of Hope, and the phone number is 410-466-8558. 410-466-8558. And my website is www.newvisionhouseofhope.com.
Let me ask you a question. I've been in recovery come October the 13th, it'll be 26 years. When's your clean date?
March the 21st.
Okay, so you in your 21st year, going 22 years.
21 years.
Is that right?
Yep.
What has happened in the recovery arena that has changed things? How are things different now? What do we need to do now that we weren't doing before to help recovering persons?
One of the biggest things that I see is for our recovering persons is there's not enough transitional housing or housing period. And there's not enough funding to help support those transitional housing.
Okay.
And for those clients, a lot of funding has dried up. We've used to get funding from one program was called BRC, Baltimore Recovery Collaborative. Mm-hmm. They would get clients from drug court or from the court system, and it was an excellent program. They had wraparound services. and that one was one of the key programs that has gone.
Tell them what wraparound services are.
Wraparound service will have a case manager involved. Peer advocates will be there to take the clients to and from their program. You will have your counseling. You will have the client will be enrolled into an ILP program, which is an intensive outpatient treatment.
Dealt with also mental illness.
Right. Transportation would be there for them. So wraparound, it would pretty much take care of those clients.
Whatever
and then
need.
the transitional housing programs will be able to get reimbursed for the client staying there, midnight staying there.
Why do you think money has dried up?
They will say that just not the economy or the taxes not being paid. I don't know. Whatever it is, we're always the lowest on the totem pole. We'll never get any reimbursed for any of these clients getting their funding. I mean, grants is not even out there now for it. We're looking for them now, and if anyone out there that knows of any grants for transitional housing, please, by all means, give us a call and let us know. We'll work together. And that's one of the things that funders are asking, collaborative. Nonprofits need to work together and try to go after these funders and these funding together.
We're partnering. That's what's necessary. Even what we're doing at House of Hope and in our ministry, it's tough trying doing things by yourself. But I look at I was talking with a friend of mine in the gym yesterday, and he was talking about over the July 4th weekend there were 87 people shot and killed in Chicago. Did you hear about that?
What?
87 people. Can you imagine that? And we know that it's drug related. I was talking with someone just yesterday about what's happening here in Baltimore, not only in Baltimore but in Washington D.C., surrounding areas. Our people are killing our people, and drugs and alcohol have a lot to do with that. And I honestly and truly believe that it's going to take men and women like you and myself, private organizations, prayer from the church, the 12-step programs, to get out there and to save our people, because it's hell out there right now. I mean, you have innocent bystanders getting shot and killed. You have people dying, husbands, head of households, wives committing suicide. African Americans committing suicide like never before, especially those age 25 and under. Unemployment, drug right now. The drug arena is becoming an employment opportunity.
Right.
And it's not an equal employment opportunity. It's not. Because what happens is when you get caught up in that arena, you're putting your life on edge.
You are.
And it's not like it was when it's not like it was back in the 60s or the 70s when we were out there. It's altogether different. Today, what can we do to help to stem this tide from a spiritual standpoint of view? What do you think, Mr. Colvin?
Well, on the New Vision House of Hope, and one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to open our houses to